Assalamualaikum and hello. Today we would like to present about duty of care for valuation services. My team members are Rahimi, Faiz, Hanisa and Akila. Before we go further, what is valuation? Valuation is the process of estimating the value of something like taxation, sale, insurance, mortgage and others. There's an act for this profession which is Valuers, Appraisers, Real Estate Agents and Property Managers Act 1981 and still effective until today. Under this profession, there is a board called BOVIA, act as an administrative agency assigned with the responsibility of regulating Malaysian valuers, appraisers, agents and property managers. This board are function as stated on the slide. Before someone becomes a registered valuer under BOVIA, there are 4 phases that she or he will go through. Phase 1 is academic qualification, Phase 2 registration as a probationary valuer, Phase 3 is practical experience, and Phase 4 is passing the competence exam. Next, a registered valuer needs to conduct valuation, property management, or property consulting services. Second, educated and trained in all aspects of real estate use and development. Third, only allowed to register for a valuer only after passing the board test, which is Professional Competence (TPC). The valuation of real estate needed for the following purposes, such as financing and credit facilities, acquisition and disposal, taxation or other statutory purposes, and many more. Next, we will go through for the professional and ethical standards. Royal Institution of Chartered Standard is globally recognized professional. This institution helps to influence policy and protect consumers and businesses. There are 5 professional and ethical standards. First, valuer must act with integrity. They need to be honest and transparent. Valuers should also be professional by maintaining the confidentiality of their clients and potential clients' information and should not allowing prejudice, conflicts of interest, or undue influence from others. For example, the valuer must disclose any past, present, or foreseeable future relationship with either the asset or property to be valued, or the client that may lead to, or be construed as possible conflict of interest. Second, valuers have to treat others with respect. Valuers should always be kind, polite, and respectful to clients, potential clients, and anybody else with whom they are interact. They should also not discriminating against anyone for any reason. Third, valuers must take responsibility for their actions and always act with skill, diligence, and care. They should respond appropriately and professionally and try to fix the problem to the complainant's satisfaction as much as possible. According to Standard 1 of MVS, valuer must also ensure that he meets any other legal or regulatory requirements which may be required by the client, their advisors, or other relevant regulatory bodies. Next, valuers need to act in a way that promotes trust in the profession. They must make sure to complete their responsibilities and always strive to meet the spirit of their professional standard. Based on Standard 2 of MVS, valuers must conduct their duty with high standards of professionalism and due diligence at all times. They must maintain the strictest impartiality and objectivity when providing their independent valuation service. Lastly, valuers must always provide a professional standard of service. They have to ensure that client or anybody else for whom valuers have professional responsibility receive the greatest possible advice, support, or execution of the terms of engagement that valuers have agreed to. For instance, the registered valuer must always seek to understand the client's needs and requirements and carry out the client's instruction accordingly. Wherever possible, there should therefore be a written statement or agreement stating the condition of engagement of a valuer's services. Last but not least, we will look at the issues of valuation profession in Malaysia. The first issue is valuers are under pressure and influenced from their clients to bias the valuation outcomes. For example, certain banks will usually demand the valuer to increase the opinion of value because banks will want to maximize their profit by giving higher mortgage loans to the buyer. Therefore, valuers need to give explanation and make the client understand the basis of their value opinion when being pressured by the clients. The second issue is about the discrepancy between values determined by private valuers and values determined by public valuer. The discrepancy of value occurs in land acquisition when arriving the amount of compensation to be awarded to the interested party. The proposed solution is the decision made on precedent acquisition cases by the High Court should be the major references by both valuers to identify the best value for future acquisition cases. Last but not least, there's an issue on weaknesses in preparation of valuation report. Some of the weaknesses perceived by the client are lack of details and analysis of comparable properties, inadequate market analysis, and inaccuracy of information. Thus, valuers have to enhance their understanding of the significance, use, and discussion of DCF in valuation reports besides attending various programs under valuation organization. In a nutshell, the valuer is responsible for ensuring that the valuation service provided meets the requirement of the client, so they must be prepared to overcome weaknesses by gaining wide knowledge on valuation practices. And that's all from us. Thank you!